Vanakkam. Today we're going to start with the interlude session, which is a 20-minute session where a couple of questions will be answered from the viewers. And first guest for interlude is Mr. T.K. Vadivel Pillai. Let's welcome him.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. It's nice to have you back in this interlude session.
Yeah, it's a
And
pleasure to be here.
This is the first episode of interlude. What we will be focusing today is about success, how a person can be successful. So you can start with what is success or how do we become successful, and as we get the questions, then I'll share that with you, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Over to you.
The success is basically first and foremost being fulfilled and happy. If a person is fulfilled and happy, they are successful. But then we are not going into a spiritual bend of being successful. Being successful is knowing what you really want. You basically have to know what you want from your heart. What is it that makes you happy? What is it that gives you that passion to do something? So you will have to find that out, and that's called the purpose. Once you got your purpose very clear in you, it can be anything. It can be designing, it can be art, it can be dancing, it can be accountancy, anything, numbers. Whatever you are born for is what is called as purpose. And you can take some time. How to find it is whatever really makes you excited. You want to jump into something and do that stuff. That's what your purpose is. Once you find your purpose, that means you can easily get what you want. Once you know what you want, you must create a grand picture of how you're going to achieve something. Create a big picture, a goal of how you're going to get something, what it is that you want specifically. There are different ways of goal setting, but the simplest is to be very specific, personalize it, and have a timeline to achieve it. Once you have those things done, what you need to do is the most important thing, Hari, is to take action. Take massive action towards your goals. Unless you take action towards your goals, the law of attraction does not work. Many people think about the law of attraction as something that you think about, wish, and pray for, and just appears before you. That doesn't happen. So once you have a clear picture of what you want, you must take step by step a structured action towards your goals. For that, you must have a clear-cut plan and then do a reverse kind of structuring. So you start with the end goal where you've already achieved it and come backwards. And what is the first step? What is the first thing you need to do? What is the first action you need to take? Small chunks, small bites. Do that small bites of action every single day. And slowly, but surely, you will be going towards your goals 100%. But another important critical part here is that once you got the goal, you're taking action. All your actions are not going to take you towards your goal. Suppose this is your goal. All your actions are not going to take you towards your goal. Some will take you away from your goal. So you have to keep your senses very sharp and very clear, very aware, very mindful, so that once you're going off track, you must do something else. If you keep repeating the same action that's going to take you off track, you will not be able to reach your goals. Many people do that mistake. They just keep taking actions, but they don't get a result, a feedback that they are aware of and that they can help to put them in another track and a different action that can take them towards their goal. So once you get a feedback, what you do is see if it's taking you towards your goal or away from your goal. If it's taking you away from your goal, you need to do something else, do anything else, do a different action, and then see if that is taking you towards your goal. To simply put, do the actions which take you towards your goal more, and if it's not taking you towards your goal, stop doing that and do something else. So when you keep on doing that, you start accomplishing monthly goals and 6 months goals and yearly goals, and slowly but surely you start reaching towards your ultimate goal. This is going to give you happiness only if you are on purpose. That is, if you're doing something from your heart. That's what we call as purposeful action and purposeful goal. That gives you happiness. If you're going to do something for somebody else's sake, for the sake of parents, for the sake of the society, but not for your heart calling, then it's not going to give you fulfillment or happiness. So this is what I feel about it. Yes, Hari.
Thank you so much. We have one question from Arasu. He is
Yeah.
asking how to be successful in life, irrespective of continuous failures. This is the question he has asked.
Yeah, continuous failure. See, the thing is, you must rephrase that word. That's all it is. Rephrasing failure as a feedback. It's a feedback, it's not a failure. You do something, just take a baby, for example, a baby that is born, it's just crawling and is learning how to stand up and walk slowly. It falls down. It doesn't walk the first time, does it? So it keeps falling down, keeps falling down, keeps falling down, and keeps getting up. Now, what happens is, if you say a baby, like, I'll give it 6 months to walk. After 6 months, if it doesn't walk, will you just shut it down and say, don't walk again? No. The baby is going to walk until it learns to walk. So every time it falls down, it learns a new lesson, a small tweaking of the way it's going to get up, the way it's going to change its posture and get its balance and then move forward. Same way, once you know what your goal is, you will fall down like the baby. You will have to get up like the baby. Let the baby be the role model for learning to walk towards. The goal here is walking, here is reaching your goal. So failures are not failures, but just feedbacks that tell you got to do something a little differently. Just take a step back and look at it in a different point of view, a different perspective, and see if you can approach it a little differently. That's it. And you can do it.
Thank you. One area which I would like to ask, sir, is I do understand, like, on a regular basis, we get motivated when we see your videos in YouTube or when we read books or attending
Yeah.
seminars. It gives us a real good boost. But it lasts
Yeah.
for maybe a day or maybe a day and a half or maximum for a couple of days. After that, what happens? There seems to be a little bit of, like a nosedive. And then again,
Yeah.
we'll have to push ourselves up. Are there any techniques in order to help us to motivate ourselves up, or any basic things which we have to do in order to be aware that, okay, these are the things which I should be clear with and these are the things I should avoid, so that
Yeah.
I mask myself with negativity even though if I'm encountered with.
See, this is a wonderful question, Hari, actually. The reason is because every time when you start something, just imagine going to a gym. When a person goes to a gym, let's say they are like underweight, they are skinny, and they want to build a muscular body. What happens is they have a final picture of who they want to look like after 6 months or after a year. They have that clear picture about it. Maybe they don't have their own picture. They'll have somebody else as a role model from Muscle and Fitness or Iron Man, and that picture would be the role model they will have for themselves after about a year. Maybe not like the Iron Man, but something like more structured and more muscular. Once you have the final picture, what happens is they'll have to steadily start working towards it. That's it. The final picture is the thing that's very important, that we need to actually put it in our subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind automatically starts to move towards that goal once you give to that a very specific, clear cut goal. But one clear understanding that has to come within us is nothing can be achieved overnight. Take the same example of going to the gym. You cannot build a body, the biceps that you want, or the triceps, the chest or legs, whatever you want, the muscles there, takes a lot of hard work. Once you're ready to pay the price for that work and follow the exact diet, give the rest for your body, rejuvenate it, and keep going until you get what you want, you will get it. But patience, persistence, commitment, and discipline are the golden keys that's going to take you there. Because if a person just has a desire and tries to go to the gym, like most of the time it happens in New Year, right? You have a New Year resolution, like that's when all the gyms are flooded with so many members coming in, and by the time it's like January 10th or so, the whole gym comes back to square one and it's going to be empty again. So why? Because people wanted to have it, but they're not willing to pay the price to achieve or get what they want. So when you want to have a goal, you must be ready to know what is the price you have to pay for it, and you must be willing to pay for it. And that paying is through learning, is through working hard, is through asking mentors, is through kind of continuously studying and improving and moving forward. This is the only way you can actually start going towards it. Consistency and commitment with discipline and basically passion in your heart. This is the clear cut thing to get you there. So if you can do this, if anybody can do this, they're going to get whatever they want in their life. Nothing is impossible.
Thank you. Because most of the time, what happens is the initial rush. Once we attend a session or once we read a book,
as you rightly said, one part, the initial rush, like you said, what happens is in the course you have so many things that, like, you have the workbook given, you have a daily rituals given, so many things are given. Once you come back from a training program or an intensive training program or course or workshop, you have to put immediately the next morning, you have to put one part of it into action. It can be some small baby step, just a baby step towards it. What you learned yesterday in the workshop, put that into action. Small daily drops of water of action is going to build a mighty ocean of your success. Because until you take small steps every day, you're not going to do it. Most of the time, what happens is that euphoria, you have a euphoria when you attend a session, right? It's like having a B12 injection. You really feel good at that point, but then it starts to slide down after some time and you start feeling the same way again. The idea is like you must have nutritious food and work out and get a lot of oxygen and really pump up your body with good energy in order to have this long-term good feeling. The same way, whatever you learned there and the good feeling you got there when you did those exercises in the workshop, you got to do them and make them as your daily ritual. The moment you make them as your daily ritual and make that a habit and condition it into your system, that's the time when you start reaping rich rewards for whatever you have learned.
Okay. Next, we have a next question from Miss Fahira. She's asking, see, every time everyone says to change the belief system, but how do we reshape our belief system is what she's asking.
See, our belief systems are, first of all, you must understand where the belief systems are coming from. It comes from our genes, our people of authority, parents, teachers, siblings, friends during when we are growing up, and it kind of freezes during the time when you're 7 and 13 years old or so. So you must understand what are the limiting beliefs that we have, limiting fear, the fears that we have, anxieties that we have, and then what are the counter positive beliefs that we need to actually build up inside ourselves that will automatically delete the old limiting belief. You have to put it on paper. The most important thing I'm telling you now, these are the real golden nuggets, because many people just work that out, the new belief in their mind itself. That is not enough. You must take a paper, have a journal, buy a journal for yourself and write it down. What are the new beliefs that you want for yourself, that you want to condition into your system? Write it down and write it in first person, present tense, and in a positive manner. Give me an example, Hari. Give me an example of a negative belief. I'll tell you how to build a new positive belief. On the spot, you tell me.
Negative belief in the sense, like, most of the time, like, what happens, I want to reduce my body, is the way I think. But then I start with the gym, and then after seeing or after working out for a few days, then the drive goes down. One second thing is like, maybe this is not for me, is one thing which comes after a week. But after
that maybe that's not for me is the belief system that has been given as you're growing up. You know what I mean? This is not the first time the thought has come, has it? Maybe it's not for me, it's a thought that has been occurring now and then.
In different areas, you're right, in different areas.
In different areas. Yeah, different times, different age, different areas. True or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what is it that you want to achieve? You said
one is
you want to go to the
gym. The main reason is to have the right weight for my height is the first goal. And the second thing is to tone the body. These are the two things which I have.
Yeah, you want a toned body and you want a weight. What is the weight that you want to achieve and what's your current weight?
I'm currently 93 and I want to reach 70.
So once you have that part, once you have 90 and 73 is the right? 93 or 70?
I'm currently in 93 and I have to reach
93,
70. I want to
that is
reach 70.
about 23 kgs, right?
Correct.
So actually, medically, if you see 5 kgs per month is the kind of weight you got to use. Lose healthily means 5 kgs is the max you can actually lose per month. That means according to your specific goal, it's about 5 months. You have to give a 5 months time for you to achieve that 25 kgs nearly, right? Yes or
Yes.
no? So
Yes.
25 kgs, 5 months. So today we are in July. So from July, you have to give 5 months period now. And once you give the 5 months time, you have to fix the date. Like let's give something like 6 months, December 31st itself, around December 31st. So you have to write a goal like, I am enthusiastically achieving my ideal weight of 70 kgs by December 31st, 2020. Okay. And to achieve that, I work out for 4 days in the gym for 90 minutes per day with my personal trainer.
Okay.
Who knows exactly what I want to achieve. Okay. That is a slim, muscular body. Now,
yes.
Once you have that, the second part is you'll have to actually create a schedule for your diet. What are the dietary changes that you're going to make? I'm going to increase more greens and vegetables in my diet. And I'm going to cut down the intake of rice and have more fruits. I'm going to have my protein drink before and after I go for my workout. Those kind of technical stuff you have to write for your diet. So once you have your diet and this thing created, the next thing you have to work on is your self-image. So you'll have to do you have to stand before the mirror every morning and do your mirror talk. Mirror talk is a ritual that everybody should do. After you take your bath, you have your endorphins flowing inside, you stand before the mirror and say, Hari, you are an amazing person. You are actively in the process of achieving your ideal weight of 70 kgs. You're going to be looking like Rambo in First Blood, ripped out and absolutely hungry. Whatever your role model is, by the way, Hari. It may not be Rambo, but anyone else at all.
Okay.
So once you have that, you do your pep talk in the morning, and you do a couple of things we have, like daily rituals that we have in our academy. Do that, but mirror talk is fantastic. And jump into it. Have your card in your pocket, your goal card, what you've written for, like, I enthusiastically achieve my ideal weight of 70 kgs. Have that written in the card, put it in a wallet, and read that about 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Read that card, your goal card that tells you you're going to achieve it by December 31st with a lot of power words like enthusiastically, unlimited strength and power, lean and hungry. Those kind of words should be in that card. And you have that card in your wallet and read that card 3 times a day. Close your eyes and really visualize yourself working out and achieving that in a very joyful and fulfilled manner. Create that picture inside you. Feel the feelings inside you. And that's when you start moving towards that goal with absolute high power energy. And sooner or later, you're going to achieve it. The most important thing is once you achieve that goal, you'll have to create another goal immediately. Many people, what happens is, they just cut down their goal, or they're happy and they stop there. That doesn't work. So always keep improving on your goals. Create new goals every time. Okay. Is that clear for you?
That's very clear. And definitely when we have this interlude episodes, December 31st, I'll definitely show my weight card. And
fantastic.
Thank you so much, sir. This 20 minutes has been really powerful and to the point. Which couple of questions came, one from Arasu, one from Fahira, asking about how being successful. The second thing is about the belief system. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next interlude session, sir. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Take care.
We had a power pack 20-minute session, interlude session, focusing on a couple of questions. So keep your questions, let it flow, let it be continuously coming in, and we will definitely schedule them. And when he's coming for the second session, we'll be scheduling to have all these questions asked. And thank you always for your support.